Sonic Frontiers is one of the best games Sonic has had in a long time, and I mean a long time. Mania doesn't count, we're talking 3D here. Personal opinions aside, this is unlike any game that has come before, and at the same time offered something familiar, and that was lore, and a lot of it. We haven't had this much story since Sonic Unleashed in 2008. 2008! And every game is referenced: Sonic Adventure, Adventure 2, Heroes, Shadow, Riders, Unleashed, Colors, Lost World, Forces, and even Team Sonic Racing. And the fact that Forces is mentioned means that Mania and Generations happened too. Every important game is here and accounted for. I don't think they missed a single one. Besides all that, it answered the biggest question we've had since the series began: the origin of the Chaos Emeralds. Well, spoilers, they're from space. That's pretty weak sauce overall, but it's something, I guess. But the reason why comes from the new chapter in Sonic's history: the Ancients and their arrival on the planet. This game negates what I originally theorized as to what the origin of the Emeralds could have potentially been. To be honest, at the time it was a sound theory. Light Gaia used the Emeralds to reconstruct the planet after Dark Gaia's cataclysm. Now, with Sonic Frontiers and its inclusion of the Ancients, we have to reconstruct this canon and see how these events affect later chapters in Sonic's world history. To start off is to know when in time the Ancients arrived on Earth following the Master Emerald's pull of the Chaos Emeralds. Oh yeah, it wasn't just a miracle of luck or a scan of habitable planets. The Master Emerald was on the planet before the arrival of the Ancients with the Chaos Emeralds. And that's just another huge question that goes unanswered. We don't know whether or not the Master Emerald is indeed alien like the Chaos Emeralds or is native to Earth. Furthermore, it's unknown whether the Ancients created the Emeralds in the first place, even though they know how to harness their energy for their benefit. But getting back on track with the timeline, it's obvious that these aliens appeared centuries or up to a millennium before Dark Gaia's escape and destruction. Let's mark this as Eggman Planet Cracker -1, or EPC-1. This event was recorded in history as the most devastating event to happen to the planet. We know this because of what Light Gaia, aka Chip, said, that Dark Gaia's escape happens once every few millennia, repeating since the beginning of time. The lack of emeralds on the planet means there's no influence to build the Gaia temples that house them. From what we learned during Frontiers, the Ancients make their new home on Mobius, crafting weapons and defenses for any new or old threat that would come to pass, and the cyberspace to record their thoughts, dreams, and memories. Their fears came true as the End, as it would come to be known, found them. With the newly constructed Titans, they fought but failed to stop it, only sealing it inside the most powerful Titan, Supreme. The Emeralds were taken off of what would later become known as Starfall Island to where the Master Emerald resides. It's unknown whether the Ancients built the shrine or was later crafted after Dark Gaia's cataclysm, but what remained of the Ancients traveled the planet using their wisdom and tech to build new settlements and live life knowing their new home was safe. For now. Centuries would pass before the cataclysm happens, more powerful than ever before. With the help of the Chaos Emeralds, Light Gaia was able to seal Dark Gaia back into the planet. The descendants of the Ancients, those who survived the cataclysm, were warned that this could come again as it was a cycle of life and destruction. So with the Emerald's power, they erected the Gaia temples and used what tech was left for the temples to utilize the Emeralds when needed. Though it may seem like I'm grasping for straws here, it does explain how the temples function. The look of the Emerald Shrine, as well as their capability to form the Gaia Colossus, is very reminiscent of the Ancients' constructs. After this, things remained peaceful on the planet, until the arrival of the Babylonians and their otherworldly tech that is Babylon Garden and the Arks of the Cosmos. Though not as threatening as the End or Dark Gaia were, the Babylonians were anything but to be trusted. After their fall to Mobius and the expulsion of the Arks, the Babylonians built a reputation for being expert thieves, stealing all sorts of treasure. Soon after the creation of their first extreme gear, the Magic Carpet, and sealing away the 2 Arks of the Cosmos that fell to Mobius, the Babylonians incurred the wrath of the gods, sinking Babylon Garden into the planet, thus scattering the Babylonians across the planet to pass down their history that would soon become legends, as well as the key to Babylon. I bring up Babylon because I believe the Ancients were the gods that they pissed off. How? The Emeralds. It's more than likely that they set their greedy sights on the 8 Emeralds, and hearing how they themselves could not handle the Arks of the Cosmos' power, It could be just as dangerous or more if they got the emeralds and used them with their technology. Sinking their tech as well as their home was the only way to stop them from potentially destroying the planet. From this point, there wouldn't be any major events until 4,000 years ago at the time of the echidnas. During this passage of time, the ancients evolved. Their forms changed and adapted to the ever-changing planet until they reached their purest and most childlike form, the Chow. This fact is compounded by Eggman's memo in Frontiers in regards to Chaos looking like the ancients. It's said that Chaos was a Chow that was mutated by the Emerald's power, but more than likely was de-evolved to be the guardian that the Chow and the Emeralds needed. How the Emerald's power continued to mutate Chaos into his perfect form as he absorbs them is unknown, but it could be an after effect from the Emeralds from when he originally mutated. From here on out, my original theory still stands strong, only now with more influence from the ancients. It's more than likely that Angel Island was designed to rise from the planet in times of danger. The way Angel Island is designed and constructed could very well have been on purpose. This is backed by the fact that Knuckles had discovered ancient technology within the island itself. From what I can gather and piece together, everything that happened for a reason. The ancients' influence has been felt throughout the entire history of Sonic the Hedgehog. The Chaos Emeralds, Angel Island, the Gaia Temple, the Echidnas, maybe even a space colony arc with Gerald's research into the Echidnas and Gizoids. Who knows how much technology traces all the way back to the ancients? Sonic Frontiers and the story penned by Ian Flynn could have very well affect the entire canon of Sonic the Hedgehog. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you did and subscribe for future videos. And if you really want to support the channel, you can by leaving a super thanks or becoming a YouTube member. Thanks again everyone, and as always, I shall see you all next time.